everyone, I am a student. I am a student just like all of you here. And what do students have? Problems. I am a student that has had problems with multiplication and division ever since I started learning the topic. For multiplication sums, I had to use my fingers. For example, 3 into 3. 3 plus 3 plus 3. And for division, I almost gave up. My dad, being a maths genius, solving huge maths calculations in his brain, was unable to comprehend why I could not understand a topic so simple. So one day, while I was just lazing around my house, my father came to me and said, "Arini, let's study." And oh, that studying was like a war, worse than the Mahabharata. My father throwing sums that got more and more difficult each time, getting harder and harder for me to deflect. Until finally, I did what every child does. I broke down. So, my father did the smartest, simplest, most irritating thing ever. He shifted to the more difficult topic. So, he taught me the difficult topic and he would ask me questions. And in the middle of asking me the difficult questions, he would give me a simple division sum which I was having a problem in. And I'd answer it no problem and wait for him for the next question. And once I'd done, he looked at me and said, "Arini, you did it." Namaste everyone. My name is Arini Joshil and I'm here today to tell you all about my topic, how to make learning simple. Now, if you ask your class teacher to teach a class of second graders the Pythagoras theorem, which even I have not yet begun learning in the 8th grade, you do not expect them to accomplish it. Like this, there are some variables that differ. In this example, we just saw that the difficulty of the subject and the learning ability of the students should align, which most schools are following. Thankfully, another thing most schools are following is the interactivity between the teacher and the students. If a teacher keeps writing on the board, droning on and on, shifting from subtopic to subtopic, not even waiting for the student to understand what they have said, you cannot expect the child to understand even for 5 minutes after the lecture is over. We can teach topics to students in the form of songs and poems. For example, one teacher, maths teacher, has or had been blowing up on TikTok for changing famous Taylor Swift songs into the tables of 2, 5 and so on, showcasing the students and her creativity by uploading videos of themselves singing these songs. It was quite a sight to behold. Science and English teachers hold a special place in my heart because they understand. One time during the COVID pandemic, I think all our teachers understood that none of us were really understanding anything. So, they sent us links to videos about similes and metaphors, personification, the water cycle, such that I still use to this day, embarrassingly. Now, in the starting of my speech, if I had told you, "My name is Annabelle, you can call me Anne," you would have remembered my name as Anne, because Anne is an acronym for Annabelle, which means our brain is able to rethink acronyms much more easily than the full name. Why don't we use that in education? In French, for verbs, we use Dr. and Mrs. Van der Tramp, which we use for the conjugation of irregular verbs. Or for maths, we have Bidmas or Mrs. Gren, with whom I have spent a lot of time over preparing for my exams. Next, another way we can use is, I used to be an avid Harry Potter fan. So while I was studying the periodic table, I realized when I said the elements together, they sounded like various spells. So I picked up my pen and made swish and flick formations while saying the elements again and again. This helped me remember the things. I must say, creativity comes naturally to me. Another way students can understand is by applying what they have learnt. Our school has this initiative called the Interact Club, in which we raise donations, we create the funds to help for the donations of sanitary equipment, grains, rice, etc. that our school donates to various other other children or unprovided people who need it. The participation in these clubs helps us to understand how to raise money on the spot, how to calculate these funds, and if I was supposed to host something in the middle, I could actually come up here and talk about something. The participation in various clubs can, if you had asked me to say an apple is blue, I would have been able to tell you an apple is blue without any doubt. My friends and I are quite a creative bunch. And one day in the 6th grade, we realized that we are not reaching our full potential because when I was having a doubt in something, the other two could solve it. And if they were having a doubt in something, I could solve it. So we decided to make a group known as the Golden Trio, where we discussed all the difficult topics together in the safety of our own home. It was a comical and convivial environment where we were able to discuss anything and everything we want without the fear of having to ask again. This environment helped us to retain this information for longer, as we were able to remember that, oh, my friend taught it to me like this, or my friend said this joke during this. I think we can all understand that achieving those marks in maths after I gained that help from my father and my friends helped me feel like I'd reached the sky. This progress helped me realize that education and knowledge is a power that everyone has, but we can only learn to wield it properly if we work hard towards it. Thank you.